Marhaba and welcome to the first episode of Let's Talk Mobility by الفطيم Automotive. Behind me the Polestar 3, the newest and latest model coming from Polestar. Today I'm gonna interview Mr. Thomas, the CEO of Polestar. We're gonna discuss so many good topics around sustainability and design.
Do you believe that a car can be zero emission?
Of course, we're in a journey. We are developing ourselves. Technology will come. We are progressing, and I think we're going to make it.
A car can be zero emission. You believe that? I don't believe it, honestly.
Yes, I think it can be, but it's difficult because I think it depends on where we're getting the energy that powers the car.
Currently, if we speak now, the car manufacturer, they are doing their best.
Marhaba. Today we're here at the COP28 and we have a special guest, Mr. Thomas, the CEO of Polestar. Polestar, a rising automotive company coming all the way from Sweden to introduce several EV models and several new design language in the automotive industry. Thank you very much, Mr. Thomas, for accepting our invitation today to have you at Let's Talk Mobility, and welcome back to Dubai.
Yeah, good morning. Glad to be here again.
Well, let me start first with COP28. What do you think of this convention? How do you view it from an automotive perspective?
Of course, I value a lot that there's this moment when the whole world actually concentrates on one of the most important topics of these times, and climate change is something that we can address, that we can stop and change climate change. And I think COP28 is always, COP generally is a good moment for us to think about how far are we and what do we do about it. You see, normally it's always for us coming to a car show, wherever, and introducing the idea about sustainable transportation and how in a luxury segment we can drive that and lead it. And we have to introduce it, make people kind of shake them up and make them aware of this. Here in the setting of COP28, it's a natural ground where people are, of course, fully concentrated on that topic. So it's a very good base and platform to not only talk about beautiful, great design and great cars, but actually talk as well about how you can use these great products to drive change to sustainability.
How do you view, there is so many people saying that it's very difficult to have a carbon neutral car or manufacture a fully carbon neutral cars. How do you see the possibility of producing such a vehicle?
There's a great analogy for that. Day one, when you look at it, yes, it's a big mountain, and it is an incredible task and really difficult. But you will never achieve it if you
saying it's difficult.
It's like, if you want to lose weight, you start day one with just a little bit, and day after day you take that weight out, and that is exactly how we take the CO2 out. And having a moonshot goal is important to have that vision, but the main thing then is not that you have that faraway goal. It is what it means day by day by getting step by step closer to that goal. So Polestar 2 started with 26 tons of CO2 burden the moment we bring it to the customer. Today, 2 years afterwards, we brought it down already to 23. A Polestar 3, a Polestar 4. Polestar 4 will come with only 20 tons CO2 burden. So you see, ton after ton, we are getting closer to that goal.
And with Polestar as brand, we've seen in the previous years that it's really doing well in markets such as North America or European market. Here in the Middle Eastern market, that this market has been driven with several cars that it's based on a petrol fuel, and people are still a bit not quietly adapting towards EV fully. How do you view such a market like the Middle Eastern market?
Well, for me, the key is to deliver to the customer the car that they actually desire to have. And of course, you need, for the UAE, you need that SUV, that premium luxury SUV, which people are really enjoying in their journey. So for that reason, Polestar 3 is the key for us to unlock this market. And by offering that product, bring them closer to what greatness electric drivetrain means. You don't have to be passionate about sustainability in order to enjoy an electric car. It's such a joyful ride. I mean, you have been driving this powerful, fast accelerating, quiet drivetrain. It's a perfect drivetrain for a luxury vehicle. For that reason, I think it will be absolutely superior in the next years to come.
And for such a market like the Middle Eastern, you believe that SUVs and crossovers that Polestar is intending or already launched will be like potential for anyone who's looking for this new design of cars that do not look familiar compared to other models?
Well, the opportunity to actually evolve, bring new concepts, bring new designs, and actually make people excited about the new things. That, of course, is a great opportunity with the cars that we're bringing here. The Polestar 3, the SUV for the electric age. I mean, it has that thing about bringing you what you love, the high seating position, that kind of great grand vision in this extremely futuristic, avant-garde, aerodynamic shape. It sticks out. I mean, when you see the car in the traffic, it's like, wow, what's this? When we bring... I really would love to have this plurality. On one hand, having SUVs, of course, in this modern shape, but as well promoting the greatness of being in a sporty, low ground-hugging GT. When we 2025, the Polestar 5 will bring that experience that you actually...
I'm looking forward to drive that.
It's such
you have to give me a promise that I will be one of the few people to drive it first.
I will absolutely make that
Polestar 5.
Totally. It's, come up to the north, come and drive one of our prototypes. It's exactly that thing. You get into that car, you sit behind that steering wheel, and it gives you, even if you're not moving, it's just a feeling of, wow, this is an awesome beast.
We recently read about Spot. And there is several studies from Google around UE specifically that there is like 2/3 of people who is searching for EVs, 2/3 of people searching for EVs in UE specifically. How do you see the Spot as a functionality for Polestar, that something that can be valuable for anyone who's searching for an EVs?
Well, we have to face that as much information as you can get on the internet, there's as well a lot of information which is not true.
Yes.
And this, especially when it comes to electrification, there are a lot of, well, if I call it friendly myths, but there's as well just a lot of lies around there. And we wanted to give the person who's searching for the right information that opportunity to go to the sources where you read what is the truth about it. Not a nice, optimistic, fancy idea about what electrification means, but the truth. Like we are truthful about the CO2 footprint of a production of an EV, but as well making sure that people understand that an electric car in its use space easily overtakes the combustion engine car when it comes to its CO2 footprint, the burden to the environment, and it's scientific proven. There are facts and figures out there, and just make it easy to access these facts and figures.
If we want to put it in one word, what does sustainability mean to Thomas first, and what does sustainability mean to Polestar as a brand?
I have this very interesting experience a couple of years ago when we had a home exchange. We went to a house in Spain where I, for the first time, experienced that you basically can live that almost autonomous, neutral to the burden of planet Earth's life, where the water that you use is recycled, the source where the energy that you use is actually whole produced. And that was a mind-blowing experience, that you're not dependent, that, there's a grid of electricity. And this journey is, I think, for each and everybody, it's not a a painful experience. It's actually a joyful experience when you realize how much you can strive for leaving this planet and leaving the planet behind the way you found it and not having messed it up. I think that's something that is not some, task of politicians and organizations, actually something that you can experience and enjoy very much as in your personal life.
And from Polestar side, do you see it as an automotive brand compared to other brands who's not keen to have a top priority on their KPIs sustainability yet? What makes Polestar different from the rest of the other manufacturers that they don't have it as a priority?
This task is so universal that it's not only the industry, the whole society has this decade to get out of the CO2 era, us being, our whole wealth, our whole great, nice, enjoyable life is today dependent on CO2, and we have to change that. And we don't want to change our great, nice life. We want to change that it is dependent on CO2. So us as an industry have to take that task serious. And what helps us is, of course, that we don't have the legacy of still producing combustion engine cars. We fully can concentrate on making a sustainable journey possible with electric cars. We see as well one danger. If we are not very good in explaining to the customer that the electric car is not the solution, but that you need to reduce its CO2 footprint and that you as a customer have to charge it with green energy. I think we need to be very transparent about that fact. If not, then we lose all credibility. And I think that is where credibility is so key in being believable. We need customers who trust us and understand that we are not selling them something,
a new product that it's not really will affect their life to a positive way.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's where we have to be very careful and keeping and maintaining that trust of the customer.
Since we're talking about sustainability, we've seen recently several models coming from Polestar. Today we have here at the stand also with us the newest model, the Polestar 3. Design, sustainability and design. From your own perspective, how do you mix and match between these two?
We see design is at the core of our company, and that is our power, our superpower, how we can influence things. And we want to make the customer, our dear customer, benefit of this new materials, a new sustainable way of working in the interior, to have this great experience when we celebrate it with design. Great new materials in an interior can create really great experiences. So that's what with the Polestar 3 and the stuff that we bring with it. I mean, sit in the car and feel how beautiful it is. And that is, of course, making sure that we are not always doing again and again the same thing. But if you start a new project, if you have this revolutionary new drivetrain, that the design and the interior brings this experience as well to this new level.
You were already a designer before becoming a CEO. How do you see sustainability and design language? Do they work hand by hand? Sometimes do you need to give up something towards sustainability from the design?
The design profession is so fundamentally different to the artist in that area where you don't have like blank canvas. It always has been a task that is making within the burdens of your the limits that you have to make a great product within this requirements. And sustainability is a fantastic challenge to make it a joyful experience, to work with the new materials, make it the drive for innovation and change. So as a designer, embracing that is actually a very, very natural thing. And we always strive to have products that are actually long-lasting, have value and not a fast you as a designer, you don't like your product to become waste that quickly. So I think a sustainable long-term approach to what you create as a product has been a very natural drive for a designer from start. It goes hand in hand.
So there is no challenge, like you don't see that there is several challenges between having a sustainable design. Or it is challenging.
I mean, this
Makes Polestar different from the way they...
challenges, you see. And that's the greatness of what you can create new. That's what excites designers. And that's why working on this task it's a very good thing. And the aesthetics that you find and what you can achieve with this new aesthetics. I mean, look at the floor that we are sitting on here.
Yeah.
This chipboard. I mean, this is, of course, a designer gets really excited about this new technology, how you work with wood, how you replace plastics with new materials, how you have this mixture of natural grown fibers and the aesthetics of this versus materials that you have recycled. And yeah, why would you? I mean, we always try to do new things, and we have worked with leather and wood and steel for a long time. So let's address this.
Have a full challenge. Designing something sustainable from a sustainable material.
Your brain and your creativity alive.
Thank you very much for your time, Thomas, today. Thank you very much for viewing Let's Talk Mobility. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.